$300,000 house turned into a $5 million legacy. And it wasn't because of luck. It wasn't because of some hotshot investment or secret real estate deal. It happened because of one smart move that most families never make. Most people sell the family home, split the money, and 5 years later, it's gone. But imagine instead that same home becoming a steady income stream for your kids and grandkids for decades. That's what this family did. They used a simple strategic estate plan to turn their home into a generational wealth machine. And I'm going to show you how exactly they did it, step by step. Here's the truth. Most people don't want to hear the average inheritance, it's gone in under 5 years. Why? Because most people don't have a plan. They just have stuff. A home, some savings, maybe an old 401k. When they pass away, the family is left trying to figure it all out during one of the most emotional and stressful times of their lives. So what happens? The house gets sold, the money gets split, and very quickly it's spent. College tuition, credit cards, medical bills, a few vacations, and just like that, everything you built is gone. Now let me ask you this. If your parents own a home right now, or you own a home right now, what's the plan? Because if you don't have one, the state does. And I promise you, their plan doesn't involve protecting your wealth. It involves probate, delays, court fees, family drama, and sometimes the complete unraveling of everything you worked for. Let me tell you a true story. We'll call them Tom and Susan, a retired couple from right here in Georgia. Back in the 90s, they bought a modest home for $180,000. By the time they reached their 70s, it was worth about $300,000. Not a luxury estate, not some high-rise condo, just a regular family home in the suburbs. They had 2 adult kids, and while they didn't have millions in the bank, they had that home. They wanted it to last, not just turn it into a check that disappears in a few years. So here's what they did. They created a revocable living trust. They titled their home into that trust, which right off the bat avoids probate. That move alone saved their kids thousands in court costs and nearly a year of delay. But here's where it gets interesting. The smartest move wasn't just putting the house in the trust, it was what they wrote inside that trust. Tom and Susan added one simple instruction. After they passed away, the house couldn't be sold for 10 years. Instead, the trust would rent the home out. The rental income? It would be deposited into a family LLC, which the kids would manage. But here's the catch. The kids couldn't touch the money for personal use. Not yet. The trust required that income to be reinvested either in dividend stocks or other real estate or long-term growth assets. Their job was to build the legacy, not cash it out. Let's look at what actually happened. The home rented for about $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year in income from a single paid-off house. After taxes and the main tenants, they netted around $18,000. Each year, that money was reinvested first into a dividend-paying index fund. By year 5, the LLC had built up enough to put 20% down on a second rental property. That second rental property brought in about another $1,800 a month. That's another $21,600 a year. Now you've got 2 income streams, both growing inside the family's trust in the LLC. By year 15, the original house appreciated to $500,000. The second home worth about $450,000, and the investment portfolio over $1.2 million. Add it all up, and what started as a $300,000 house became a legacy worth over $5 million. Here's the part that most people miss. This only worked because they planned before they died. If Tom and Susan had just left a will, that house would have gone through probate. The kids might have sold it immediately to split the cash. There would have been no rental plan, no LLC, no reinvestment, and no $5 million legacy. Just 2 checks for $150,000 each. And as we've seen, those checks don't last long. This worked because Tom and Susan didn't just think about who gets what. They planned how the next generation would use it. That's the difference between passing down wealth and passing down money. Money disappears, wealth endures. And with the right tools, a trust, a clear set of instructions, and a little discipline, even a modest home can become a family legacy. Let me walk you through this strategy again. Step 1, put your home into a revocable living trust. This avoids probate, saves time and money, and gives you control. Step 2, add clear instructions to your trust, like delaying the sale, using rental income, and reinvesting it over time. Step 3, create a family LLC or investment account owned by the trust to manage and grow the assets. Think of it like planting a tree and giving your kids a forest, not just firewood. If you're sitting on a paid-off home, or your parents are, and there's no plan, that equity is at risk. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Don't let your life's work turn into a one-time check. Build something that outlives you. If you want help building a plan like this that fits your family and your future, that's exactly what we do. Click the link below to download our free estate planning guide. And subscribe to this channel for more strategies just like this. And in next week's video, I'll show you why wealthy families almost never use wills and what they do instead. You do not want to miss that. Even if you're not ready to create a trust today, start simple. Just write down your wishes. That one step could save your family years of heartache.